everyone, it's Nicole. Welcome to the channel. Whoever said that the collection box reminds them of meat, I hate you.
Why'd you do it, Jim? Why? Why? To humiliate me?
I don't hate you. I hate that you got that thought in my mind because now I see this and I keep thinking it's meat and I really don't appreciate that thought being in my head. Like it's... I don't appreciate it at all. So today I have the news release from Holo Taco. So I have the new I Need Space collection. This collection is available right now on the Holo Taco website. Holo Taco did send me this release in PR, so thank you very much to Holo Taco for sending this over. So I have 5 polishes to share with you all today. At the time of recording, all the polishes as well as this nifty little collection box is currently in stock. The collection box is limited edition, but the nail polishes themselves are not limited edition. Down in the description box, I will have links to the Holo Taco website and social media pages, my social media pages, as well as a link to my blog post on NicoleLovesNails.com, where I host all my swatch photos as well as provide a written review. And of course, timestamps are down there as well. Let's get into this video. First up, we have Alien Infatuation, which the brand describes as a gray jelly formula with a green shimmer as well as a dash of scattered holographic. Alien Infatuation had a fantastic formula. The base did not feel overly thick or thin, and I had 0 application issues with it. This polish is very reminiscent to Spirit Fingers, which came out a few months ago and is very sadly no longer available. When previews started going live for this release, I thought for sure Alien Infatuation was going to be like my top pick. While it is not my top pick, I do still think it's a very pretty color. I've actually had it on my nails for a couple of days now. While I don't think every shimmer needs to be color shifty, I feel like if this was color shifty, that probably would have gotten me to like it a lot more. I do, however, really like the delicate holographic twinkle this one has. I found that the shimmer is definitely the star of the show, but you get like a nice delicate holographic sparkle in bright direct lighting. Nothing in here is going to dry down super textured. You will still want top coat because you're supposed to wear top coat, people. Removal will not be difficult at all. You could scrub this one off if you really wanted. And now we have I'm Rover It, which the brand describes as a burnt red jelly shimmer formula with an orange shimmer as well as holographic micro flakes. I'm Rover It was absolutely fantastic. On that first coat, it is a fairly sheer polish, but I found it built up really nicely for me in 2 coats. I will note though, indoors, I thought this looked fantastic on me in 2 coats. When I brought it out into natural lighting, I could kind of see a little bit of unevenness in the base. So I'm going to call this one a 2 to 3 coater depending on preference, application, etc, etc. I am very happy that I no longer pretend not to like red nail polish because I just loved how this one looked. This is a fairly dark red. I feel like for those of you who are seasonal nail polish wearers that you're probably going to tuck this one away until fall. Seasonally appropriate or not, I do think this is absolutely beautiful. The holographic pairs so nicely with the shimmer. Nothing in here is going to dry down textured. Removal will be fairly easy. I would not recommend scrubbing this one off just because the base is fairly pigmented and I feel like this could be a potential stainer, so use the soak off method or peel off base coat. However, if you do use a peel off base coat, just be aware peel off base coats in general do not do great with stain protection, so if you use a peel off base coat with this, I would also recommend wearing a layer of regular base coat on top of your peel off base coat just to help with any potential staining. This next polish is called Waste of Space, and the brand describes it as a black jelly formula with red and blue iridescent flakes as well as a scattered holographic glitter. Waste of Space is one of the polishes in this release that I would say does not photograph well at all. Like I feel like it looks a lot better in person than any of the photographs that I have seen, including my own photos. So this was the polish that I was least looking forward to, mostly because like I didn't feel like the photos were like giving me any strong feelings towards it. Formula wise, it was okay. This is a very thick polish. I ended up adding thinner when I was doing my full-in swatches, and then I ended up adding even more thinner when I was doing my 3rd coat for the live swatches. Like it was very thick for me. So due to the thickness, application initially wasn't too great until I added some thinner to it. This is a lot more sheer in comparison to some of the other polishes in this release that are also described as being jellies. I would say this is the only one in this collection that I'd say is definitely going to be a solid 3 coater. I found it to be very sheer and kind of patchy in 2 coats. This polish dries down pretty flat, so you will definitely want top coat to give it a glossy shine as well as to smooth everything out. Removal is going to be a bit messy and just not fun if you scrub this one off, so use the soak off method or peel off base coat. And now we have Orbite Me, which the brand describes as a crushed holographic in a deep burgundy shade. Orbite Me had a fantastic formula. Personally, I love the Holo Taco crushed holographic formula. I feel like it's come a very long way since the first polish in this formula was released. On the nail, the flakies do look kind of like glitters, but unlike glitters, you do not get any like gritty texture from them. This polish does dry down very dull, so you still will want top coat to give it a nice glossy finish. When I saw Orbite Me, I really felt like this was the crushed holographic version of Crimson Void. Crimson Void is a linear holographic in a dark red base, so in my opinion, they are not dupes, but I do think they have similar vibes to them. I am not generally a lover of reds that are this dark, however, the holographic in here 1000% got me. So I ended up liking Orbite Me a lot more than I initially thought that I would. My photos show Orbite Me in 2 coats plus glossy top coat. I'm going to call this one another potential stainer because it is very pigmented, so if your nails are prone to staining with reds, I would recommend doubling up on your base coat. Removal is not going to be overly difficult with this one. The flakies will definitely not be a fun experience to scrub off, so once again, soak off method or a peel off base coat. And the final polish in this release is called Solo Mission, which the brand describes as a dusty rose jelly with a pink to orange iridescent flake as well as scattered holographic. Solo Mission had a good but thicker formula. I did not need to add any thinner to it, but it does have a slightly thicker formula. I generally find polishes that have flakies like this tend to be on the thicker side anyway, so I was kind of expecting it. I forgot to mention this when I was recording the outro, so I want to say it now. I am so incredibly happy that Holo Taco is releasing polishes that have a very indie nail polish look to them. I'm sure for those of you who have been in the indie nail polish space for any given amount of time that you have seen polishes that look very similar to this, but I feel like for people who are largely buying drugstore nail polish this whole time, that this is probably like blowing their socks off right now. Cannot believe my eyes. So I'm just really happy that Holo Taco is releasing fun finishes like this one. All of that to say, I didn't really care for this one very much. It leans very much on me like a warm taupe, and I'm not a huge fan of taupe. It's not super often that I come across a color that I feel like looks not right on me, and I'm getting that kind of vibe with this. I do think overall it's a nice polish, just like the color is just not for me personally. The flakies and holographic in here are very pretty though. I found that the flakes had a pink to orange with yellow at extreme angles color shift. Nothing in here is going to dry down like with true texture, but you still will want top coat just to make sure everything is nice and smooth looking. I swatched Solo Mission in 2 coats plus glossy top coat. I would not recommend scrubbing this one off. Flakies are just not particularly fun to scrub, so soak off method or a peel off base coat. Hi, editing Nicole. I just wanted to share some really quick comparisons. So right here we have Orbite Me compared to Crimson Void, Plum Luck, and Naughty List. I had originally thought the base color between Orbite Me and Crimson Void would be a lot more similar, but they're not as close. And here is I'm Rover It in comparison to Holo Taco's Tax Haven as well as Orly's Perseverance. None of these are really close enough that I'd say that it's odd to have all three. Alrighty, so final thoughts. As someone who is generally a very much bright colors kind of person, just looking at the promotional images for these polishes, I had a strong feeling that Alien Abduction was going to be my favorite of this release because I feel like a lot of these colors are very dark for me personally. So I really feel like this release is giving us something a little bit different from what we've seen from the brand previously. I feel like I am not alone in saying that I'm Rover It is going to be my top pick from this release. I feel like that one is the one that really spoke to me the most on my nails. All in all, I don't think this was a bad release, but I think based on my own color preferences, I think it also wasn't exactly the release for me personally. So I wanted to give a close-up of this collection box because it's gorgeous. So here is the collection box close up. God, I really hate the person who said that this reminded them of me. I really, really hate you. And here are the sides. I guess this is supposed to look like a planet maybe. I feel like usually collection boxes, the colors on the box show you what's inside of this release. And I don't feel like we got this like white and pink at all in this release. So I thought that was an interesting change from how they usually do collection boxes. And then here is the inside. All the polishes in this release are priced at $14 for 12 ml bottles. If you would like the full collection with the collection box, that is priced at $70. So I would love to know what everyone else thought of this release. Are you planning on picking it? Have you already picked it up? Like, let me know, because I'm always very curious what everyone thinks of these releases. Before we end today's video, I do want to give a very special shout out to my channel members, Shenanigans. So just thank you all very much for all the love and support. I really appreciate it. If you would like to sign up for my channel memberships, I have a link for that in the description box. But, you know, as always, please do not feel pressured to sign up for channel memberships. Just like the video, comment, share, subscribe, all the things, and seriously, we are good. If you are new to the channel, I would really appreciate it if you hit subscribe. I am getting super close to hitting 7,000 subscribers, so you know, join in on the fun. I upload new videos every week on Tuesdays and Saturdays. I go live every single Sunday, and I have a whole variety of content here on the channel. If you like some shenanigans mixed in with your nail polish, feel free to hit subscribe. So just thank you all very much for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
When I get high, I ain't looking at the clock, still ballin' like Brian. Yeah, I'm headed to the Bucks, then I'm ballin' like yeah.